Pisces, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid-July 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's going on for the lovely Piscean collective. Let's see what this spirit team has for us, my gods. Talk to me. What do we got for the Piscean people out there? Hope you're all doing fabulous. And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card, then we'll get into the full reading itself, and at the very end I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going, let's rock, get right down to action for the Pisces people, please. What do you got for us, my gods? What do you got for the collective? And usually this first card is popping out quick. There we go. I knew it would. We have the helping hands type of card, a big card of spiritual protection, assistance, all sorts of good stuff. Could be linking around sleep as well. There's a lot of messages that link in with this card, and we'll get into it. Before we do, though, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the July subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk about it. So we see the imagery here. We have this lady. It looks like she's taking a little snooze or a nap. She is surrounded by those hands. That's why I give it that nickname, the helping hands type of card, for a portion of you. And there have been big spiritual ties in recent weeks for the Pisces readings. This might be your guides or spirit team saying like, hey, always remember that you are protected, loved, surrounded with that beautiful angelic love and light. Okay, whether you're a very scientific person, you don't believe in that, or whether you do and fully embrace it, regardless, you got someone watching out for you, and that's a very reassuring type of energy. Aside from that, this card could also represent the importance of rest and sleep. Whether you haven't been getting enough, whether you've been getting too much, spirit might be asking you to like really focus on how much rest and recuperation you're getting. You might just be having a lot of crazy dreams when this card shows up. This is another card of help as well, though. Aside from the spiritual protection and all the other things I was speaking about, there might be someone that literally wants or needs your help, or vice versa. Maybe there's something you're going through, you need a helping hand. Okay, so you see what I mean? There's a lot of things that could go on with this card. Okay, but generally I feel that it's a very positive one. Let's get into tarot. And I always say that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading, it's just a footnote. I'm going to get you 3 tarot cards in the upright before we get into the intuitive juiciness. So what do we got for the Pisceans? What do we got for us, my gods? What's up for the collective here? So we're going to talk about last week's reading while I get this deck ready to rock. Last week's reading was titled The Massive Omen, and just like I referenced a minute or so ago, there's been big spiritual tie-ins to the Pisces readings in recent weeks. Last week's, there were number signs all over the place. I think there was like the 4 of Wands, the 1111 card. They were repeating 3s or 8s. There were a lot of number signs, and it felt like Spirit wanted to reiterate that message to a lot of the Pisces collective. Watch for the signs, the synchronicities, the omens. They could be leading you down a very specific path. And it came through very strong, possibly one of the strongest I've ever felt. Okay. And as a lot of you already know, I'm part of the Pisces collective myself. So I took that seriously, and I was getting the number signs. But let's see what we have for you this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or someone you're linked to. Let's get these 3 cards out for Pisces. Thank you. Okay. So we got the 10 of Swords in position number 1. This is a card that should be watched out for. We're just going to put that on ice for the moment. We're not going to linger on that too much. Let's get, all right, yeah, we got the 8 of Wands. So moving past this 10 of Wands energy could be a very good thing. Yeah, we'll definitely have to talk about this, my friends. A lot of action. We got fire, we got air. This is going to be an interesting, nuanced one, my friends. Okay, so you're going to have a bonus this week as well. We have the 8 of Pentacles right here on the back end, card of diligence, a card of work, and you also have the Lovers as a bonus. So Pisces, let's talk about this, my friends. Don't get all nervous about that front end card. Like I said, I'm part of the collective myself, so let's just rock with it. So I'm going to go through, give you the classical meanings and archetypes before we get deeper. Now, at first look, first glance, like I said, we have lots of different suits happening here. We have a card that could be a little nerve-wracking, but we also have positives as well. So let's go through one by one. Position number 1, we have the 10 of Swords. Just because it shows up in this week's reading doesn't mean that this energy is coming down the line right now. It could be something from the past. When we see the 10 of Swords, we do think of endings. All right, we think of pain. We think of someone going through very tough times, someone who's down in the dumps for whatever reason. endings and things, all of that. Now, everything in tarot is on a spectrum. This could be something like minor. This could be something major. So when we see the Ten of Swords, whether it's something from the past or something you're going through right now, it's really up to whatever it is you're going through to really fill in the blanks of what this could mean. It could just be someone like really going through a tough time that you're connected to. Also with the Ten of Swords, once again, it could be a loss of some sort, right? So we'll just see what's up when we clarify it. I think that'll really tell us the tale, whether it's a warning or not. Now, moving to the center, we have the Eight of Wands. Notice that this energy is moving away from the Ten of Swords. Also, we have double eights. We have the Eight of Wands. We have the Eight of Pentacles. So once again, we're getting these number signs, Pisces. But the Eight of Wands, to me, is one of the fastest moving cards in the whole entire deck. It's a card of communication. It's a card of talking. So when we have it moving away from the Ten of Swords, I would say that's a good thing. So this could be some sort of conversation, message, or talk. But it is forward action, it's forward momentum, it's forward movement. It is very, very fiery type of energy. Could also represent trips and distance, stuff like that. So we'll really want to clarify this and see what it's about. Super interesting indeed. Now, as we move further along, especially like with all the combinations of elements we got going on, this could be a lot of stuff happening. We have the Eight of Pentacles right here on the back end. Now, the Eight of Pentacles is a card that could represent work. This could represent what you do for work, what you do for money. Hopefully none of you are having issues in that realm. When we see the Eight of Pentacles, we think of diligence. This is a card of craftsman, someone that works very hard, very diligently at things, slow and steady. They master it. So this could be creative juices flowing for a lot of you as well. But once again, it's a focus on the monetary. It's a focus on the material. It's a focus on the world. In its rougher sense, the Eight of Pentacles could represent someone that works too much, like a workaholic type of energy. It could also represent someone that works way too little, someone that doesn't have a really great work ethic here with that. So we're really going to want to dig deeper on all these cards. Now, moving to the back end, we have an interesting bonus. We have the Lovers. Very angelic energy we got going on here. This also depicts the Archangel Raphael in here, so we have more of this angelic energy watching over the Pisces collective, which is really nice and it's reassuring, especially when we have cards like the Ten of Swords showing up. The Lovers obviously could be focusing on our interpersonal relationships and connections, those that we are very close to. If not, generally I see this as a silky smooth, easygoing type of energy, very protective and beautiful as well. So we're going to have to see how this all plays together, because it feels like a lot of different things, Pisces. A lot of you could have a lot of different energies contending with you. So I want to dive deeper on all of it. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, we're going to get a good shuffle here and reset this deck for you, Pisces. Let's see what's going on. My guides, talk to me. And yes, my friends, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Ten of Swords. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages that you want to give to Pisces, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, Ten of Swords time. What's going on here with that card? Thank you. Nice and quick. Okay. All right. I feel like someone is making your options much easier to choose from. We have the Seven of Cups in reverse. Okay. Some of you might have like a snap back to it moment in the coming days and weeks where it's like, all right, now I'm snapping back to earth. My head is out of the clouds. Now I'm focused. Now you have my attention. Some of you might be in that mode, all right? Like where usually Pisces are seen or represented as, because as I said multiple times, I'm part of the collective. A lot of people look at us as easygoing, easy flowing types of individuals with our heads in the clouds and stuff like that. This to me feels like a lot of Pisceans are going to be like, okay, now you have my attention. It's that serious. It's this serious. Now I'm watching. Now you got my eye on you. That's just the vibe it's giving me. If you have a choice at play, if you have a decision, or you're going to walk some sort of road or path, I feel like it's being made very easy for you to choose what you have to do next. That's how this feels to me. Now, of course, we could talk about endings and stuff like that. Of course, that could be all balled up here with the Seven of Cups in reverse underneath the Ten of Swords, where like, okay, certain options are falling off, certain people are falling off, whatever it might be. But to me, this feels like, okay, it's that serious. Now you have my attention. That's just the main vibe I'm feeling here intuitively. Okay, so maybe some of you are going through a serious situation, or there might be a serious problem or something that gets your full attention and focus when this shows up, okay? Like, okay, now my focus is on you for whatever reason. Let's keep moving over to the Eight of Wands. Let's see what's up with that Eight of Wands. Or yeah, like I said, if you have a decision or a choice, like it's being made very easy for you. Okay, let's go in on that Eight of Wands. We'll see. Why is this Eight of Wands here for Pisces? Thank you. Good. I mean, Pisces, this feels good. We have the Magician. So more of this unseen universal energy that we've been seeing for weeks and weeks now. We have the Magician in the upright underneath this Eight of Wands. Like, your powers of manifesting and creating are amped up to 11 in this time. The magnetic energies where you could bring to you whatever it is you want, or you could create. If you meet the universe halfway with action, a lot of you could be really creating something amazing and beautiful. For a portion of you, if you're trying to manifest some sort of conversation or talk with somebody, that could absolutely come in. If you're trying to manifest some action or forward progress, that could absolutely come in. It's all about channeling your intent. That's a big vibe I'm picking up here, especially with this Magician. This is all about creation and control. And what I said here in the beginning about you finally being focused, like, all right, now you have my attention. Now this is a card of focus. It's all right, okay, you got my attention, you wanted it, this is a serious thing. Now we're going to do something about it, okay? Now I'm going to step in to the situation, okay? That's just how this is feeling. I mean, I know this is different than the classical meanings of the cards, Pisces, but I'm just rolling intuitive here. We're going to keep moving over to the Eight of Pentacles. Interesting stuff, my friends. Might be a very interesting week as well. So just know you might be creating something beautiful or have the opportunity to do so. And it's also, I don't want to say this quite yet, but like the front end, it's kind of giving me like the boy that cried wolf type of energy too. It's like, oh, why are you making such a big deal of this? Like, you're making it out to be like it's a Ten of Swords moment when it really isn't. Like, I don't know. It's giving me lots of things here, Pisces. So don't be surprised if someone is overblowing a situation as well. It might be serious to them, but to you, you might be like, oh, all right, what's causing all this? Let's go in on that Eight of Pentacles. Take it if it hits. I know I'm getting all sorts of interesting things here. Okay, yeah, you're not going to be slowing down whatsoever here, my friends. We have the Chariot in the upright underneath this Eight of Pentacles. Okay, if changes need to be made, you're going to make them. If moves need to be made, you're going to make them. That's just this vibe I'm picking up for a portion of you. Like, yes, this could be a Cancer right here with the Chariot. We are in Cancer season at the time of this filming. So a lot of you, like, whatever you, like, put your focus towards and dedicate yourself to, you're going to see it through to the long run. But I'm seeing a lot of possible gains for the Piscean collective. Don't get it twisted with this Ten of Swords in the beginning. Of course, that's something that's going to take up our attention and get us a little uneasy. But the rest of this reading is absolutely beautiful energy, my friends. It really is. The Chariot is forward momentum, forward progress, very similar to what we have here. And just like I said, this is about creating and manifesting in the center, doing the work and meeting spirit halfway. A lot of Pisceans, I would claim this back-end energy because you are creating something beautiful. Now, if someone is trying to get your attention, if there are situations where people, they're overblowing it or whatever it might be, whether they are serious or whether they're not, once they finally get your attention, you're going to be able to really enact some like hefty change. Okay, it's like, all right, once you step in, then things are going to start to shift. Okay, like whether it's been stagnant with other people, whatever it might be. Once this person has your attention and your head comes out of the clouds and you focus on whatever that situation is, there's going to be big changes coming in here. So let's go through and do a quick recap. I know like this reading's a little out there, Pisces. I'm glad you stuck with me to this point. But let's go through. I'll give you some of the recap before we get into the shadow card. In position number 1, we have the Ten of Swords with the Seven of Cups in reverse. To me, yes, this could be like someone making a decision of yours very easy. It's like, okay, well, I'm not going to pay attention to any of these options. Now I'm going to pay attention to this. Thank you for making this choice easy for me. For a portion of you, like someone really might get your focus. Like if they say a problem's serious or there's a situation problem, whatever it might be, they're going to get your attention somehow, or they're wanting to get your attention. And it's like, okay, now you have my attention. What's up? Like that's a big vibe I'm picking up here. Moving to the center, this is where change starts to kick in. And of course, this, I also gave the vibe of someone possibly being like the boy that cried wolf, like they're making something to be bigger than it really is. But we have the Eight of Wands with the Magician in the upright, creating beautiful things, very powerful energy that can control a situation and enact change. So once your attention is grabbed here, like you could really build upon things and kick things into motion. This is big action, heavy creation, and it's beautiful to me, especially when we get to the back end. We have the Eight of Pentacles and a Chariot. So it's just like I was explaining, the secret sauce is for manifesting. Put it out there, focus on it, then meet the universe halfway. It all comes together for beautiful creation. So a lot of you could have really good things coming in aside from whatever this situation or problem is in the front end. So please take a screenshot of that. I mean, you have the possibility to enact big change in this time. Let's get a shadow card for you, Pisces. Real quick, I'm going to shuffle it up one time. I mean, that got me a little more amped up than I usually get for a Pisces reading, that's for sure. Felt like I was doing a Scorpio reading there for a minute. Let's see what's up. And I always like to pull one shadow card at the end of a spread because I feel like it's nice and introspective to do, whether it's something within ourselves or something we don't quite see. But let's see what's in the shadows for you real quick here. What do we got? Thank you. Super fast. Page of Cups. So for some of you, yeah, there might be something that's happened a long time ago, especially with the Page of Cups here, because this is a card that could represent childhood that's sticking around in this time. We're not going to stick on that too much. This could represent another water sign that's left a mark on you. But whenever I see the Page of Cups, it's more about communicating one's feelings and emotions. So it's very important in this time that you keep it extra real with everybody, okay? Whether it's coworkers, whether it's relationships, family, friends. The Page of Cups asks us not to suppress things or push them down. Don't be shy, let it out. Like, that's a big vibe we're picking up here. So yeah, Pisces, that's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give the details of the July subscriber surprise. If you got your name in for the June subscriber surprise, the winners will be announced in my community tab after this week's fire and air signs readings. But for July, I'll be giving away 2 copies of the Everyday Witches Tarot. Once again, one of my favorite decks and one of the first ones I ever gave away on this channel. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, 2 simple things as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments, out of all the tarot suits, which one has your favorite art style? Is it the swords, wands, pentacles, cups, even the major arcana? You'll be entered to win. And at the end of July, I'll put the winners in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.